This week in Agribusiness. Serving America's most essential industry is brought to you by ADM. Now, here is your host, Max Armstrong.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to this weekend's edition of This Week in Agribusiness. For about 50 years now, it's a job Orion Samuelson has handled, emceeing the Outstanding Young Farmer Award competition of the USJCs. And over the next 4 weeks here, we'll put in the spotlight those 4 outstanding young farm couples. We start this weekend by sharing with you the story of a couple from Michigan.
Well, Max, the Outstanding Young Farmer Program for 2010 held in Raleigh, North Carolina. And for the folks who came in from the north, they made us feel right at home. It snowed in Raleigh, North Carolina. And just one little difference for me, my tuxedo is lost somewhere between Chicago and Raleigh. So they had an informal MC tonight. But let's honor the 4 outstanding young farmers, and we begin in the state of Michigan, the community of Atwood, the first ones honored at the banquet, and this is Patrick and Sarah McGuire. Congratulations to the 2 of you, and Patrick, let's begin by a quick resume on how you got started and what kind of farming you're doing today.
Okay. Well, we started our farm in 1996, and we started with a leased 30-acre cherry orchard from an individual who was interested in getting out of the business. And we grew that to the 744-acre farm now that we have, and we raise apples and cherries and peaches. And we primarily raise cherries, but we direct market all our fruit, and the cherries and the apples are all sold through our direct marketing outlets to grocery stores, and the cherries go to processing facilities.
And you did not grow up on a farm?
And I did not grow up on a farm. My father was a local town barber, and my mother was the high school English teacher. And I worked on a farm when I was 9 years old as summer jobs, all the way through college. Learned to love it.
And Sarah, you did grow up on a farm. How did the 2 of you meet?
We are high school sweethearts. We dated all the way through high school and college. And once I finished my degree at Michigan State, we decided that it was time to get married, and where we really wanted to be was up north. That's where we wanted to make a living and raise our children.
So you're in the beautiful area of Michigan, the Traverse City area, which attracts a lot of tourists, and you do a lot of work in educating non-farm consumers. Talk to me about that.
Well, I run our farm market, and so farm market is really a face for agriculture. We have obviously a lot of people coming in who are coming from all over the country, and they are always filled with questions. And so we definitely try to educate them about farming and agriculture in general. We also host groups and school kids on the farm as well for tours and activities.
And tell me about the children.
The children are our children.
Your children.
Our children. We have a 10-year-old daughter named Emma, who is filled with energy and loves what we do, and a 5-year-old son, Ryan, who also loves to be on his dad's shirt tail, riding in the tractor, helping to plant trees. They're a lot of fun.
Well, congratulations to the 2 of you. It's an honor that will live with you for the rest of your life as we meet Patrick and Sarah McGuire from Atwood, Michigan, 2010 National Outstanding Young Farmers.
See what we mean by outstanding? They sure are. We look forward to sharing with you the other 3 outstanding young farm couples in the weeks ahead here on This Week in Agribusiness. Next week, it's a couple from New Jersey. They milk cows 30 miles from New York City. There are many programs that are important to the agriculture industry. There are many programs that take the support of someone or some organization. And John Deere often steps up to make it happen. We have another example.
For 34 years, Max, John Deere has been the financial sponsor of the National Outstanding Young Farmer Program. They continue to do that. And at the gathering in Raleigh, incidentally, we're going to meet the 4th Outstanding Young Farmer in a few minutes, but at the meeting in Raleigh, I talked to David Thorne with John Deere and asked why the support continues.
Well, Orion, the Outstanding Young Farmers Association is a fantastic organization. those are really the future leaders of the agricultural economy, the agricultural industry. We try to be as customer driven as we can be, and we really can't think of a better customer group to work closely with than these future leaders.
My guess is you hear from them on what they want to see John Deere do in the way of equipment.
That's exactly right. I, in fact, got several suggestions in the last day or so here at the event, and all very well intended with great information, so happy to hear what they have to say.
And I would guess you were happy with the amount of green machinery in the video of the 10 finalists.
That was really reassuring to see. I was thrilled to see that some of these finalists do indeed utilize John Deere in their operations. Of course, we're always looking to be a bigger partner of theirs, but thrilled to be the partner we are today.
Now, your territory covers a wide part of the country. From where to where?
It does indeed. I have the eastern third of the United States, basically from Indiana in the north to Mississippi in the south, over to the coast, the East Coast, so 24 states.
With a lot of variety in agriculture, how would you assess the economy from the standpoint of what dealers are doing selling John Deere?
Yeah, we've gotten off to a good start. So our financial year starts November 1st. We've been pleased with the results thus far. I will say corn and beans country up in Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio was a bit late in their harvest. So some of that business carried over into the new financial year for us. In the South, cotton has made a nice recovery, and we've really been pleased with what the dealers and the customers are telling us about their optimism for the cotton market.
And then tell me about the tractor. What's the best-selling tractor in your area?
Well, in my area we have a lot of small ag operations, a lot of dairy and livestock operations. So many of our 5 and 6 series tractors would fall into that class, probably 40 to 140 horsepower. But we do have a new tractor in the 8,000 series called the 8R, which would be more of a row crop tractor, which sells much better in the corn and beans part of the geography I cover.
And are the big tractors going to get bigger?
I think that's inevitable, yes. The big tractors, the big planters, the big combines, they will get bigger.
David Thorne with John Deere, and yes, I guess those big tractors, Max, are going to keep getting bigger and bigger as long as somebody buys them.